What's going on? It's Big1 Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 3 of our winning a national championship with every single dynasty in the game. So far we have 2 done. Again, episode number 3. Hopefully we can get a good team that does it first try. Then we can pretty much, alright, check mark this and we're good to go. Or we get a 1-star school and, you know, be in a very bad place. But obviously, again, we need a team. So let's spin the wheel, and let's see who we get. Obviously, we're hoping for someone good, and it looks like we are going to be getting a lower overall team. We're going to get Bowling Green this time, so let's go ahead. We'll just make the rosters.
Now it's time to customize your
Obviously,
experience. Choose your settings.
This doesn't really matter, but I do need to turn off coach firing. I guess CPU only. That'll be that, and that's the only thing we're changing.
It's now time to
and now we go to Bowling Green, which I'm pretty sure is a 1-star. Oh, they a 2-star. Oregon State's a 2-star? They're a 2.5-star.
Teams with a higher prestige will be ready to compete for the college football playoff right away, while lower prestige teams provide a greater challenge to build into contenders. The choice is up to you.
I'm dumb. Where are they at? Where's Bowling Green? They're not in the American. Where are they? They're not there. Not independent. There's Bowling Green. They are a 1.5-star. So there's 75 overall team. They're not the worst team in the MAC. Obviously, Toledo would probably be a great option, too, later on here. But we are going to get Bowling Green. We're going to get started with that. We're obviously going to be a head coach and take over Steve Keys.
Congratulations. It's time to sign your first coaching
So obviously, they had a decent season last year, 7-6. But they weren't very good from 16 to 21. So hopefully, obviously, it says make a bowl game. But hey, we're moving on. This, again, will be the first season of this dynasty. So Bowling Green is the start. I will set up the recruiting board. Let's check out the schedule, see what we got going on here. So we have FCS East. We also have Penn State, Texas A&M, Old Dominion. And then we get into the action with Akron, Northern Illinois, Kent State, Toledo, Central Michigan, Western Michigan, Ball State, and Miami. Hopefully we can get some wins. Probably not against these 2 schools, but you never know. Hopefully try to go above 500 and maybe even have a chance to make a bowl game, send some good recruits, and level this team up. So I'll see everyone at the end of season 1. And here we are in season number 1 for Bowling Green. We go 5-7. Not the best season overall, at least in our first season. We did beat FCS. We did lose to Penn State, but we did beat Texas A&M, which is kind of nice. But then lost Old Dominion, beat Akron, and then lost to Northern Illinois, Kent State, beat Toledo, lost Central Michigan, beat Western Michigan, and then lost to Ball State and Miami University. So kind of a rough season overall as a 75 overall team. We do not make the college or make the MAC championship. That ends up going to Toledo and Western Michigan if they have one. I'm pretty sure they have a conference championship if I remember correctly. So yeah, there's that. Recruiting-wise as well has not been fantastic for this team. But Will Howard does win the Heisman in season number 1. I do have to manage staff. I think we're just going to try to sign like a good recruiter maybe. But I'll go through this off camera and everything like that. So I'll go ahead and simulate to the college football playoff, or I guess national championship, and see who wins. All right, so simulating here to the national championship game. I don't know who made who made it first. We'll go ahead and see after this sim here, and see who eventually wins year number 1. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be Oregon. I don't know why, but Oregon usually always wins in my first simulation for the seasons, and then they win it every once in a while, but never again. But oh, it's actually Ole Miss. They actually beat Oregon. Wow. Okay. Ole Miss, Iowa, Oregon, South Carolina, NC State, Stanford, Georgia, Ohio State, Utah, Cincinnati, Clemson, and Memphis all make the college football playoff, but Ole Miss ends up the victors here in season number 1. So yeah, quick and easy season 1. On to season. Sorry, excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. On to season number 2. And here we are in season number 2 here at Bowling Green. A lot better season. We went 7-5. We did not make the conference tournament, unfortunately. We did lose to Middle Tennessee State to begin the season. They went 2-10, so they really only beat one other team. But we beat FCS West, then lost 2 in a row to Louisville and Toledo. But then we beat UMass and beat Central Michigan, lost to Buffalo, beat Ohio, lost to Northern Illinois, and then won 3 in a row with Kent State, Eastern Michigan, and barely beating Akron. I think this was an overtime. Yeah, triple overtime looks like. 150. We literally scored in every quarter. That's kind of cool. But yeah, no, we went 5-3 in the MAC. Unfortunately, that is, again, not enough to get into the conference championship. We go 5-3 behind Toledo, and Toledo owns the tiebreaker on us, unfortunately. If we would have won that game, we're probably facing Ball State, who went 8-4 in their second season. That's insane. For that wise. So let's find out who wins the MAC. Probably, wow, we had a lot of people not commit. All right. Yeah, 79 overall. Not great, Captain. Not great. Gunnar Stockton wins the Heisman Trophy in year number 2. And we do have a bowl game. We got Coastal Carolina and the Cure Bowl. So we do make a bowl game in our second season here with Akron, which is very, very nice. Recruiting-wise, has been a little bit better. But we did get a couple locked out on us, and we did lose a 4-star running back and a 4-star corner and a 4-star guard. I was just trying, see if they would come here. They didn't because I'm sad. Anywho, we're going to go ahead and simulate to the national championship game. We'll also see if we won our bowl game. If we are 8-5, we officially win the bowl game, or we won the bowl game, so that'd be nice. So let's find out right here, and we are 8-5, so we won our bowl game against Coastal Carolina. Can I see that, or is it going to be too late? Nope, it's not too late. We won 35-21 over Coastal Carolina, so hey, we'll take that. Officially a positive season in just year number 2 here with Bowling Green, and even our recruiting class wasn't even that great. So 5-7 and 8-5, so solid season all the way around for us. We'll advance one more week, find out who the national champion is here. We do go up in pro potential and coach stability. We are now a 2-star prestige, so hey, more hours for recruiting. Yay, we love that. Looks like, did Louisiana... Okay. They go 16-1 and beat Michigan in the college football national champion. What happened in year 2? What is the simulation? Anyways, Nebraska, Clemson, Ohio State, Cal, Texas A&M, Boston College, Colorado, Oregon, Michigan, Kentucky, and Georgia all go to the college football playoffs. But Louisiana, the Ragin' Cajuns, beat up on Michigan and win it. That's wild. I mean, they 365 yards. They had 5 rushing touchdowns. Jeez. All right. That's insane. But yeah, that's going to do it for season number 2. On to season number 3. And here we are in season number 3. We go 7-5 with Bowling Green. We lost Arizona State and lost to eventual number 2 Florida, only by 7. Then we went on a roll, beating Iowa State, beating UMass, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Eastern Michigan, Toledo, Western Michigan. And then, however, we lose our last 3 games. So we go 0-2 to start the year, then we win 7 in a row, and then we lose our last 3 in the conference as well. We could have had a MAC conference championship at 81 overall, but I think with a couple more players, this team can become even better with even that. So unfortunately, again, no conference championship, which is unfortunate. We'll probably make a bowl game here. I just want to kind of see which bowl game we will get after the season. We also got a pretty good recruiting class coming in too. which is very, very nice, which actually will help out this team's overall, I think. We're going to go ahead and simulate the national championship, see who makes it, and see who, of course, wins it as well, like we always do so far. Again, write a comment down below. Who do you guys think is going to take the longest time to win a Natty for? Is it Old Dominion, who took 13 seasons? We go 7-6, so we did lose our bowl game. Who did we lose our bowl game to? That's the question. That is the question, and it was James Madison. We lost by 2, 39-37 in overtime. So that's a little unfortunate, but hey, we got him in overtime. It was a good game all the way around. We got to simulate one more week. I was looking at the national champion, but we haven't simulated past that yet. So now we are officially done. Looking at the bracket, North Carolina beat Georgia by 3. Florida State, Rutgers, Cal, Kansas State, Texas, Maryland, USF, Nebraska, Alabama, and Michigan State all made it into the college football playoff, with North Carolina winning it all. So that's the end of season number 3. We are about to go into season number 4. Also, we did lose a star for some reason. I don't know why we did, but we live and we learn. And here we are in season number 4. We went 5-7. Not a great season at all. We had tough opponents to begin the year. Somehow Ohio State's ranked 14th at 8-4, but we don't talk about that. We won 1 game out of our first 5, only winning against Marshall. Losing to Toledo, Iowa State, Georgia Tech, only by 2. And then Ohio State, obviously, we lost to by only 7 points, which wasn't bad at the time. But then after going 1-4 to start, we ended up going 4-3 the rest of the way, beating Central Michigan, Ohio, Kent State, and Eastern Michigan, but also losing to Buffalo, Northern Illinois, and Akron, all by pretty close scores, only by 6 against Buffalo, by 6 against Northern Illinois, and of course by 10 against Akron. So again, no MAC championship, unfortunately. We're probably not making a bowl game here, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. We can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Recruiting class, not as good as last year's, unfortunately. Hopefully we have a lot more impact or star devs. We only got 2 in that last one as well. We did get Barnett getting the Heisman out of Kansas State. And, of course, we'll go ahead and, of course, simulate to the national championship game, see who makes it, see who went to the tournament, and who won it all, of course, like we always do after every season so far in these 3 episodes. One was Old Dominion. We did it in 13 seasons. And second one was North Texas. We did in 16 seasons. So a lot of the lower overall teams we've gotten early here so far. So I'm not going to complain about it. We've gotten some of the harder ones out of the way. Pro Potential's up to a C-. I think we're still going to be losing a lot of people. We're risking 84 and 81 overall transferring. But Coach Stability's down to an A. So hopefully we can get that up. But Pro Potential, looks like we got someone in the draft. So hopefully that is going to be good for us. But yeah, look at the bracket. Washington beats NC State. Kansas State, Michigan, Georgia, Colorado State, Alabama, North Carolina, Oregon, Baylor, Texas, USC, all made the college football playoff, with Washington winning it all. So, end of season 4, we're on to season number 5. And here we are in season number 5. We go 6-6, and let me tell you, we were 4-0 before we started playing the MAC. We beat Southern Mississippi, Minnesota, South Alabama, and Liberty. And then we just go on a 5-game losing streak with Western Michigan, Miami, Ball State, Akron, Northern Illinois. We beat Central Michigan and Kent State, and then we lost to Toledo. Not a great season for us, especially giving one of the wins that Miami got a 3rd win. And, beating Kent State was going to be good, because if we lost that game, I would have been upset. But, obviously, we're not making the conversation because we were almost dead. We were dead last in the MAC, which is not good. I mean, granted, this team is, an 83 overall. So, we weren't going to do anything anyways. But being 4-0 is actually kind of good. But, so, let's see how we do going into I guess after conference championship week here. Are we going to get a bowl game? That's the question. I'm hoping we do, because that'd be kind of nice. But beggars can't be choosers, you know. So we're 6-6. We're now down again back to an 81, but we're still an 81. Quentin Sandridge wins the Heisman out of Colorado State, only throwing 3 interceptions. Honestly, a very, very good season. We do make a bowl game. We get Marshall. So we'll kind of see if we win. If we do, when we go 7-6, we'll of course always simulate to the national title game. I guess I could always simulate to the end of season recap and do that. I probably should start doing that, but I don't know. Anyways, we're here for it, you know. So let's see who wins it in season number 5. We do lose our bowl game. I guess we couldn't see the result of our bowl game if we wanted to. If we go to the end of season recap. So right now, we lost by 3 to Marshall in overtime. Of course we did. It's always in overtime, man. I'm upset. Anywho. Passing up the national championship to see who wins it. I think I saw Colorado State and Ohio State. Well, I haven't seen Ohio State actually win one. I guess I might have. I don't know if I saw one in the other ones. I have not seen Colorado State, though, win one, and they did. USC, Georgia Tech, Michigan, Georgia, Texas, Virginia, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, Penn State, Ohio State, Iowa State, and North Carolina, with Colorado State winning it all. They went 15-1 on the season. What an amazing season for Colorado State. That was not what I was expecting. That ends season number 5. It's on to season number 6. And here we are in season number 6. We go 8-4. A pretty solid season here in 2029. We end up losing our first game to Boston College. We went 10-2 on the season. But then beating FCS West, Louisiana Tech, and Coastal Carolina, then losing to Toledo, beating Central Michigan, losing to Buffalo, and then winning 4 straight against Ohio, Northern Illinois, Kent State, and Eastern Michigan, but then losing our final game against Akron. So we go 5-3 in the MAC as an 83 overall team. Not too bad. Unfortunately, we are 4th, so we ended up being almost dead last a couple years ago, and now we were tied for 2nd with Buffalo and Toledo. It's just, unfortunately, we lost those games early on. And that's why Buffalo is ahead. And the same thing with Toledo, even though we were 8-4. Yeah, just unfortunate. We'll go ahead and start simulating, of course, like we always do. See who makes the college football playoff, and see, of course, who wins the national championship. As I'm recording this, actually, now they just had the new patch come out, so a lot of the stuff is going to be changed. So a lot of the 4 stars and 5 stars that a lot of people could get early on is now not happening anymore. I haven't tested it yet, so we'll test it next season and kind of see how it is. So that'll be kind of fun to watch. So, or fun to see if it all changes. We did go 9-4, so we did win our bowl game. What was our? We need to hire somebody. Did someone get? Our defensive coordinator got hired somewhere, but he's still a recruiter, so that's fine. He's also motivated. That actually works for me. So I don't know I don't know why our defensive coordinator got hired. I mean, we didn't even have a good. I mean, we went 9-4. Anywho, who do we beat in our bowl game? We beat Arkansas State. We won 28-14. So solid. I mean, we'll take it all day. So simulating the national championship game. It looks like Ole Miss was in it again. I haven't seen Ole Miss really do it a couple of times. Our pro potential is down to a D. That is not great. Why is Coach Prestige now only a B minus and it's like an orange or a yellow? That's kind of weird. We went 9-4. Whoa, this is also brand new as well. USC. Well, this is way like. This is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. This new college football playoff stuff is actually kind of cool. And we can actually see automatic qualifiers. Okay, that's a good change. That is a very good change. So we see like Cincinnati and Nevada, Florida State and Ohio State won the automatic qualifiers, and then all the rest of the guys. Okay, so that's cool. I mean, I think it was already like that with the stars on them, so I don't know why they need that officially. But this is pretty cool. I kind of like this new screen. That's pretty cool. But USC wins it all in 2029. That's actually kind of cool. But anyways, that's the end of season number 6 on season number 7. And here we are in season number 7. We went 7-5. We did not do well to start the season. We actually lost our first 3 games against Rice, Colorado State, only by 2, and Ole Miss by 8. But we beat Fs, and then we went on a huge run as well. We won 7 straight games, starting off with FCS Midwest, then beating Ohio, Northern Illinois, Eastern Michigan, Toledo, Western Michigan, and Miami. And, of course, falling to Ball State and to Buffalo to end out the season. So we do go 6-2 in the MAC, but unfortunately, that is, again, not enough to make the MAC championship because Ohio and Buffalo both win 7-1. If we just won one more game, we beat Ball State or something, we go because we beat, we beat Ohio. So who knows what happens there, but anywho, we're going to go ahead and again, simulate to the national championship game, see who makes it. And of course, with the new update that came out and everything, so new screen, which will be nice. Hopefully, at the time I'm recording, they haven't fixed the bug yet where I can't see players, but after they commit to the school and everything and their position changes. But I'm looking at, if we do get an athlete, we are, looking at what they are now, so we can, they go into that spot. So if they're a power rusher, they go, but hopefully that is fixed by the time I actually upload this video. We do get another ride in. We go 8-5, so we do win our bowl game, and we're actually got a couple. Conference prestige went up, coach stability went up, pro potential went up, which is very, very good because we did have someone at risk of transferring that was pro potential. So it looks like Clemson wins it all over Oregon. Again, I like this screen a lot better than the last one. Texas, Jacksonville State, Michigan, Florida, Liberty, Auburn, Oregon, and Kentucky, with Utah, Louisiana, Georgia, and Clemson getting the automatic. Really, Louisiana got an automatic qualifier, with Jacksonville State also getting automatic qualifier. That's wild. That is really weird. That is really, really. I can't even talk now. But yeah, kind of weird. But anywho, that's gonna end the season. On to the next. And here we are in season number 8. We go 10-2. So very, very good season for us here in season number 8. I think. Even though I just said it. I have a terrible short-term memory, as you guys can tell. But yeah, we go 10-2. We won our first 4 games against Baylor, FCS Midwest, and Old Dominion. We then lost to Hawaii by 1. Then we beat Toledo and then lost to Central Michigan, and then went on a run. We won 6 straight games against Buffalo, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Kent State, Eastern Michigan, and Akron. Really, no one else had a good season in the MAC. We do have to face Miami of Ohio, who did go 7-1 as well in the MAC conference. So this will be a big game. I don't think we're going to make the college football playoff. We're only ranked 25 at this moment. And I do think when I last looked, there was a guy that was, was a team that went undefeated. We did win. We're 11-2. So very, very nice. The first time we win our MAC championship, which is very, very good. But now the question will be, what happens next? We do get 3 catches for 23 yards and 2 touchdowns is wild. Anywho. Sean Reese wins the Heisman. He went 42 touchdowns, only a couple picks on the season, so not too bad. We are facing Louisiana in the Camella Bowl. So 2 ranked teams, at least, ranked 24th and ranked 19th. So again, we don't make the college football playoff, which is a little unfortunate, but we're not going to be complaining too much. So, anywho, let's get on with getting to the end of season recap. Here, we don't need to wait here. We'll see if we win it or not. We're going to be 11-3 or 12-2 by the end of the season. If we do win, if we don't, we'll find out. Here, after the 2031 National Championship, we got a couple more commits as well this week, which is very, very nice. And we're 12-2. Pro Potential is up to a B+. Coach Prestige up to an A. Athletic Facility is up to a D+. That's not passing there. And we're up to a 3-star Prestige. We went up a full grade, or a full star this last season. And it looks like Florida beat Oklahoma. The top 2 teams ended up making it to the college football playoff, or to the national championship. I guess they were ranked 6th. Okay, well, besides the point. Ignore me. But Texas, Georgia, Illinois, Houston, Auburn, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Notre Dame, NC State, Colorado State, who was the one team that went undefeated, and they ended up losing to Oklahoma big time. So, yeah, unfortunately, we don't make it, but I was kind of hoping to maybe make it other than Illinois. He went 9-3 before losing to Houston. But obviously, we're a G5 school, so we weren't going to make it either way unless Colorado State just was garbage. But anywho, that's going to end it for this season, and it's on to the next. And here we are in season number 9 here with Bowling Green, and we went 10-2. We were ranked 11th in the country. Only 2 losses. One was to Troy, which they went 9-3, but that's still a bad loss. But other one was to Ball State, went 7-5. Had a pretty good season. We beat UL, beat FCS, beat Auburn, who were ranked at the time, beat Western Michigan, just destroyed Miami University, or Miami of Ohio, and then won some pretty big margins too, 52-7 over Kent State. And we're facing 7-5 Buffalo. As an 87 overall team, we might have a shot at it. I'm not going to say anything just yet because we could lose this MAC championship game and not make it. So you never know. We'll also look at the college football playoff bracket. If we do make it, we just got a fullback. Yay. And we lost. Well, that's not good. That puts us out of it, I think, with UCF taking it. There's a lot of 9-3 schools. I don't think we're going to make it now after that loss to Buffalo. I just don't think. What was the 34-24 loss to Buffalo? I mean, we had more yards. They just 3 touchdowns to 1 interception. They had no picks or no interceptions on their end. I mean, 708 yards. That's kind of weird. But I mean, I was not expecting it here in season number 9 to officially go into the first college football playoff, especially with Bowling Green. But we've had a couple good recruiting classes here of late. Especially even after the update and everything. But there's a solid 5K XP, especially in the season ranked. Matthias Villain wins it with 1,300 yards and 16 touchdowns. That's pretty nice. We are going to be facing Coastal Carolina and the Camella Bowl again. But anywho, let's go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap. We'll find out if we go 11-3. That means we didn't win our bowl game, and that's another back-to-back 10-win. Or we already have a back-to-back 10-win season. But me back-to-back 11-win season, and we'll see who wins the national title here in season number 9. We just got a outside line, 2 outside linebackers. Cool. I mean, I don't remember going after you guys, but sure, we did win. We win 11-3, and our pro potential is up to an A-. Still with a 3-star prestige, which is, I think, okay. And, of course, looks like Georgia beats Florida in the national title game with BYU, USF, Georgia, of course, Maryland, USC, LSU, Oklahoma, Florida, Wisconsin, North Carolina, TCU, and NC State, all making it to the college football playoff. But fortunately for Georgia, they went all. They weren't even an automatic bid. So LSU was out of the SEC, and they lost to USC. But hey, I do like this new thing right there. That looks kind of cool. But anyways, that's it for season number 9. On to season number 10. We just reached double digits. And here we are in season number 10. Unfortunately, we go 7-5. Not a great year for us. We started off good with 4 out of our first 5 games were wins, and then after that, it was not great. We only have 4 wins in the MAC conference, beating Toledo, Buffalo, Kent State by only 2, and Eastern Michigan by 7, and losing a couple close games. Ohio was a close game, and Akron was a close game. So unfortunately, no conference championship. Nothing for college football playoff, of course. Recruiting class is actually pretty solid this season as well. Hopefully, again, we're an 87 overall team and only went 7-5, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to complain too much. We're going to go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap, see who wins of course, the national championship, like always, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, so far, this is season number 10. We're going on to season number 11 here soon. Again, Old Dominion took 13 seasons. North Texas took 16 seasons. So we'll kind of see if these guys will fall in between or go past it. Pro Potential's an A, so we're getting some more guys into the league. We're about to lose a couple people for whatever it was. But it looks like LSU. Did LSU win it? Yeah, it looks like LSU beat Texas in overtime. What a game that would have been. Bama, Tennessee, Syracuse, Maryland, Tennessee. Western Michigan was the G5 with Kansas State, Michigan State, Oregon, Notre Dame, Ohio State. And LSU was the 8th team and went all the way and won it over the number 6 seed Texas. So overall, pretty decent college football playoff. But yeah, that's going to end season number 10, and it's on to season number 11. And here we are in season number 11, and this could be it, to be honest with you. We could make our first college football playoff here in season number 11. We came very close a couple of years ago, but if we beat Toledo here, we have a very good shot. I will show the schedule once we officially, get past the conference championship here. We get a couple more, or at least one recruit there, and we lost. Well, I was hoping that we would make it. Now, I don't think so. What did we win? I honestly can't remember. Yeah, I think we lost 38-28, but yeah, we beat them 27-24 early on in the season. So, yep, we lose, unfortunately. I think we were, 10-0 to start until we lost to Ball State, who was ranked at the time. So it's unfortunate. They also went 10-2, but they did not make the conference championship because they lost 2 games in the MAC. I don't know where this is going to put us for the college football playoff because we were projected to go, but I think now because we lost, I don't think we're going to make it here for season number 11. So it might have to be season 12 before we even make our first college football playoff. But we'll find out right here, right now, with only 2 losses. Danny Dillard wins the Heisman, and we do not. We get the Camella Bowl against App State. So, yep, another unfortunate season that we don't make it. What we are going to do is we're going to go ahead and, again, simulate to the end of season recap. I mean, still 11-2 is not terrible at all for this team, but we're starting to get up there with overalls, and we need to start thinking about, hey, when can we, win it all and everything. So that's going to be the thing to figure out. We went 11-3 on the season. Pro Potential does go down, but conference prestige and everything else goes up. So we're on a 3-star school, 886 overall. Actually, I think we lost. I think we lost again, which is unfortunate. But looks like Georgia takes down Ohio State. Memphis, Nevada with the 2 G5s to go. And Memphis went pretty far. They beat Notre Dame, too. North Carolina, NC State, Oregon, Maryland, LSU, Kentucky. Texas State also went to another G5. A lot of G5 schools this year. And they almost beat Georgia. But, hey, it is what it is, unfortunately. Again, another lost season. But, yeah, that's end of this season. On to the next. And here we are in season number 12 with Bowling Green. We go 6-6. Not a great season for us, especially since, we had a bunch of 10-plus win seasons the last couple years. Yeah, going 6-6 is not great, unfortunately. But recruiting-wise was very, very good. The schedule-wise, we beat Boise State and FCS to start the year. Then we went on a 4-game losing streak, losing to Texas State, Hawaii, ranked Toledo, who went 10-2. So that's not too bad of a loss now. And then losing to Central Michigan, but beating Buffalo, giving them one of their 2 losses. Losing to Ohio, but then winning 3 straight games to try to save the season with Northern Illinois, Kent State, and Eastern Michigan. But then, of course, losing to Akron at the final game of the season. Still a 3-star school. We'll find out how good we are technically after the conference championship here. Obviously, we don't make it. We're probably, I don't know if we're making a bowl game or not, since we did beat an FCS school in the season. So you never know, but we're going to go ahead and simulate all the way to the end of season recap, see who made the college football playoff, see who won it like we normally do, especially in the first episode like Old Dominion, second episode like North Texas, and of course the third episode here as well with Bowling Green. So honestly, we're in season number 12. We're one more season to tie Old Dominion for the top part of 13 seasons. We did lose our bowl game. Apparently, we did make a bowl game. Everything went down. Coach Prestige, Pro Potential, not great. Not great going down. You don't want to go down. Looks like North Texas won. So, hey, the simulation with North Texas actually beat our North Texas dynasty. They won 50-38. My goodness. Remember, it took them 16 seasons for us to win it, and they only took them 12 with simulation. But West Virginia, Wisconsin, Alabama, Washington State, Tulane, Ohio State, Houston, Florida, Maryland, North Texas, of course, Kentucky, and Buffalo making it into the college football playoff. And, of course, North Texas winning it all. So that is it for season number 12. It is on to season number 13. And here we are in season number 13. This is a big one here against Ohio. We're 11-1. They're 10-2. I believe whoever wins this game gets a pretty much an automatic bid. If we would win, we would pretty much have a bye week and then either face Rutgers or Sam Houston in the quarterfinal, which, again, everything could change at this point. If we lose, we might not even make it, even though there's a lot of 9-3 teams. We faced a ton of ranked opponents this season as well. If we look at the schedule, like Penn State was ranked when we played them. They're only 4-8. Memphis was ranked when we played them. Wisconsin's ranked 5 when we lost to them. Ball State was ranked when we played them. Akron was ranked when we played them. And now we get to face Ohio. So we've had a lot of ranked wins this year at 90 overall, which we've had some good simulations. So it's going to all come down to this. If we win, we're in. If we lose, we're probably going to be on the outside looking in. Let's see if simulation is going to be nice to us. We got 3,500 XP. Mets had 2 touchdowns. We didn't win because it would already shown. We lost. That's really unfortunate. That is... I mean, we're 11-2. Our only loss came now, or 2 losses, came against Ohio and Wisconsin. How are we not going through? But anywho, I guess we can check the bracket. Now, Ohio gets a first-round bye now, and UAB at 10-3, ranked 24 get it, which is wild. Why wouldn't we get? That's just confusing. Anywho, yep. So unfortunately, we're not getting another win, or we are not doing anything this season. So end of season recap: we're 10-2, we're 11-2. So just unfortunate way to end the season. A very good season. Just a unfortunate end of season. So 13 seasons down, Old Dominion still number 1 so far here in these 3 seasons. We did win, so we go 12-2. Coach Prestige, Pro Potential, and Athletic Facilities all move up, which is nice. I checked All-Americans on accident. I didn't want to look at that. We wanted to look at the bracket. And West Virginia beats Oregon. UAB and Ohio did play each other, and Ohio got knocked out as well against UAB. Rutgers, Michigan, Georgia, LSU, Wisconsin, UConn, Tennessee, Florida, Oregon, and West Virginia. And, of course, West Virginia, Oregon. I think I said them all. I don't know. Again, terrible short-term memory. But, yeah, so West Virginia wins at 38-35. So, yeah, end of season number 13. We end at rank 13 as well on to season 14. And here we are in season number 14. Another chance to go into the college football playoff. We went 11-1, 8-0 in the MAC. Again, another good simulation season for us here. Only loss was to a ranked Texas. So I'm happy with that. We barely beat Old Dominion. What in the world? We only won 9-7. And there were 2, and that's not a good look. But, I mean, we blew out everybody else. I think our one close game was against Akron, and they went 27-16. We beat Eastern Michigan 44-23. So hopefully this time we win again, and we move on to the college football playoff. This team is not the best compared to last season. I think last season they were at 90 overall. We're at 86. So I don't know how it's going to go over well when we get, I'm hoping, but it's all depending on this simulation right here. Can we win the conference championship? We do. We went 12-1. We are officially MAC champions for, I think, one of the first times as well for us. I think maybe we won it a couple times before, too, but I think we did win it one time and we just didn't get in. But, anywho, that's a big win because I believe now, if we look at the bracket, we do have a bye, but we'd have to face either Michigan or Louisville. Why does it have to be Michigan or Louisville? Why couldn't it have been, like, you know, Rice or something? I don't know. I also like how West Virginia's there, but I think they're an automatic bid because of the Big 12. But, you know, we live and we learn. But, hey, this time we actually make it to the college football playoff for the first time ever with Bowling Green at season number 14. North Texas took 16 seasons. Old Dominion took 13 seasons. We had the best defensive player of the year award with 55 tackles and 1 deflection. A lot of tackles. We also got the best defensive end. He had 15 sacks. How did he not win best defensive player? I'm so confused. He was the best linebacker, which is fair. But this is a big day here for Bowling Green. Our first college football playoff appearance. And it's going to be against Louisville. They're 4-6. What's their record? They're an 8-2 overall. So this hopefully will be a little bit easier for us. We're going to the Orange Bowl. Hoping to win our first college football playoff game and then go into I think this is the quarterfinal. They're going to the semifinal game. We are in Florida. Hopefully we don't have any, like, mess-ups or anything here. Simming a quarter at a time. First quarter, we don't get a touchdown when we had the ball deep in their territory. 0-0 after 1. They put up a touchdown to go up 7-0, but we put up another. We put up one as well, so 7-7. They put up another just before half to make it 14-7 at halftime. This is a tough game. But we put up a touchdown to make it 14-14. Now we put up a field goal to take the lead going into the fourth quarter. We'll go 1 by 1. We have the ball, but we're going to have to punt it away. So Louisville has a chance to take the lead or tie. They get a first down on a 3rd and short. 3rd down and 1. They get a first down on a big pass. But now it's 4th down and 2 at the 18. Will they go for it? They don't. He misses the field goal. So still by a 3-point game. Wait, what? How did they kept the ball? I guess we roughed the kicker. 4th down and 2. This time they'll kick the field goal. It said no good, but I don't know. I guess I wasn't paying attention on it. But anywho. Tie at 17 with 4 minutes to go. 3rd down and 2. We get the first down, luckily with a 3-yard catch. We are just taking little dinks and dunks and small runs. We have to punt. And it's a touchback. And now 2nd down and 9 after. So 3rd down and 13 after a penalty. So now it's 4th. They kick a field goal. So all we need is to go down the field with 1:14 with 2 timeouts. First play is a 13-yard catch. Then a huge catch for 21 yards. Another big gain for 14. The offense is clicking. 2nd down and 7. 3rd down and 6. Why did we stop passing the football? I don't know why. We do get the field goal with 4 seconds left. And now we'll go into overtime. Louisville starts with ball first. They kick a field goal. All we need is a touchdown. First play is for 3 yards. Next play is for 2. 3rd down and 5. And we have done it. Bowling Green beats Louisville in the Orange Bowl. We're moving on. I couldn't see there for a second, but we get the touchdown. We win 26-23. They're an 8-2 overall, but that was a tough game. We were down early in that game too, but we'll take the win. Our first playoff victory as well. Moving on to the semifinal game. Let's see who we would have to face. Either Rice or West Virginia. Or wait, I'm sorry. I was looking at the top. I'm at the bottom. Either TCU or Florida State. This will be a tough matchup, no matter who we get, because I'm pretty sure all Big 12 teams are always really good in simulation, besides like 3 of them. I don't know why. We get a couple more commits, but honestly, that might not even matter. This might be the final season here, and hopefully it is. With season number 14 here with Bowling Green, Braden Turner has been excellent for us this season as a sophomore redshirt. He's an elite dev, I'm pretty sure. We're facing TCU. So they won. So now we're an 85 overall team because I think we lost our one of our coordinators. We lost both of our coordinators. Well, why? All right, second game here is against TCU for the semifinal game. We're an 85 overall team, so we do go down because I think, lost both of our coordinators. So it is what it is. They have the better offense, so this will be a tough matchup, but, you know, we barely beat an 82 overall. Who knows? We could just demolish TCU here, and hopefully we can get the win. Here in the Peach Bowl, apparently the controller batteries are low. We don't care about right now. We're focusing on a win. We're not even playing the game, so it doesn't even matter. First drive doesn't end in anything, but we get a touchdown. And then they get a touchdown after pulling off a turn or getting a turnover. But we get up another touchdown. And now it's 14-14. We've had plenty of opportunities to take a huge lead in this game. We just haven't. Now we're going into second quarter or second half. Up by 7. They begin with ball. They don't do anything. We now have a 2-possession lead going into the fourth quarter. They have the ball. It's third down and inches. They get a huge run, and they get a touchdown to make it a 3-point game. Offense has to put up a score, and they don't. And just like that, a touchdown. And now it's 28-24. And another punt. But this time the defense holds. We got some good field possession. But we take a sack and another sack, and then it's 4th down and 10. We're going to have to force a punt. And a huge rush. 4th down and 8. They kick a field goal. So it's a 7-point game with 1:41. 3rd down and 5. We get a first down. 2 straight incompletions, but a 28-yard pass for a first down. 3rd down and 5. A first down to the 22-yard line. 49 seconds left. Now it's 1st and goal from the 2. And we're going to rush in for a touchdown. It's 31-31 with 34 seconds. All we got to do is the defense's hold. 2nd down and 10. 3rd down and 6. They get a first down with 16 seconds left. A huge play to the 43. But we're going into overtime for the second straight game. And TCU will have the ball first. And they're going to have to kick a field goal. So again, just like a game against Louisville, all we need is a touchdown. First play is for 3 yards. Second play is nothing. 4th and inches. And we kick the field goal to make this go into double overtime. We get a first down 10 from the 12. Then a pass for 8. 1st and goal from the 1. And we score. And we get the 2-point conversion. That is huge. Because if we allow a touchdown, we get a huge sack to begin this drive. And, of course, then a penalty on the defense. They get all the way to the 2 with the next play. 3rd and goal. 4th and goal from the 3. They don't get it. The defense gets a goal line stand. And Bowling Green is going to the national championship. An unbelievable game. Unbelievable. An absolutely huge game to win against TCU, and we'll be facing the winner of, it looks like, Oregon or Rice. Kind of wild that Rice is all the way up here, but they are. But this will be a tough matchup because if we do, I think if we face Rice, we have a good shot, but if we don't face Rice, it'll be a very tough matchup here. George, congrats for George Little. He's coming to a squad that makes the national championship. Our first national championship opponent, or I guess appearance. I was going for appearance, but I almost said opponents. We're getting a lot of offensive and defensive player of the week because we're the only one playing. We have to face Oregon. And Oregon is always very, very good in simulation. So here we are with Oregon. 15-0 Oregon. They're ranked number 1 for a reason. We are 14-1. ranked 6th. They're an 89 overall team. Probably, again, the toughest team we've ever had to face so far this season. We're an 84 overall team. Got to find a way to get drives ending in 6. No field goals. Have to end in 6. And the defense got to find a way to make multiple stops in this game. Looks like we're going to get the ball first here against Oregon. And nope, we punted away. Another punt. Multiple back-to-back, multiple punts in the first half by both, or in the first quarter by both teams. They put up a field goal for the first points of the game, and we put up a touchdown. It's 6-3 at the half. Defense gets a stop. It's now 9-3. It's a 6-point game. It's now 15-3, and here we go to the fourth quarter. Can we finally win it all here with Bowling Green? 30-yard rush, though. Incomplete. It was knocked away. Second down 10 gets a 3-yard rush, and then a touchdown. For the first touchdown of the game comes with 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. All the offense needs to do is get into field goal range. First play is a 3-yard gain, and then a 1-yard rush, and then a first down. That's huge. And we go back 3, then a huge penalty on Marcus Kelly gets us to the 47-yard line. And we go backwards again. Now we get a 2-yard to Phoenix, and we get a huge 12-yard play to Middlebrooks. Now we are officially, I think, getting close to field goal range. We don't even care about field goal range. A 30-yard rush by, I think that's Phoenix. For first and goal, we go backwards 3, and we get a touchdown by Phoenix. I'm thinking that's how you say his name. I'm going to go with that because the other one sounds terrible. It's now a 12-point game with 3 minutes to go. I think, hold on a second, because Oregon on one play gets a one-play touchdown. It's not over yet. 10-yard rush. Second down inches, we just had to go 1 yard. We get 2 for the first down. That'll bring it to the 2-minute warning. Now Oregon's going to start taking timeouts. Gain of 3. A gain of 3 again. Another gain of 3. It's 4th down and 1 with Oregon taking a timeout. We punt the ball away. They're going to have to go 99 yards. 3rd down and 4. 4th down and 1. This is the game right here. They get a first down. They rushed for 2 yards, but took a lot of time off. They're just running the ball. They know they're down by 5 with 30 seconds to go. Incomplete pass, and it's picked off. I think that's Dwumfor. I'm terrible with names. I apologize. But he gets the pick, and it is officially over. Bowling Green, in 14 seasons, wins it all. Our first college football playoff ends us lifting the trophy. And they take the number 2 spot away from North Texas. Unbelievable game. We finally win 22-7. That was a very close game. When they had that one-play touchdown, I was scared. I was scared. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I was scared. Turner gets player of the game, 272 yards, 1 passing touchdown. He had 91% completion percentage. That's insane. That is literally insane. We finally get to see this. Holding up the trophy. A 22-17 win. We'll go over the stats and everything here in just a second, but 14 seasons. Number 2, only behind Old Dominion, which took 13 seasons. But man, national champions. Finally. Took us this long to get here. And our first season in the college football playoff, we win it. Turner goes 39-9 for touchdowns, interceptions. He also had only 3,600 yards. Rushing-wise, Tubbs had 1,300 rushing yards. Middlebrooks had 10 touchdowns with only 600 yards. Receiving-wise, Williams had 900 yards with 12 touchdowns. Mofat had 665 yards for 11 touchdowns. Blocking-wise, we only allowed, 21 sacks on the season? That's a lot. Dwumfor had the 87 tackles. Of course, he had that one interception in the national title game, which is fantastic. Ambos had most tackles for a loss with 18 on the season. He also had 18 sacks, along with Tangelo also having 18. We had a ton of sacks in this simulation. We didn't have very many picks, though. 7. We only had 9 overall, and 1 came in the national title game that I know of. Bunch of deflections, though. We forced a couple fumbles on the season. We actually had a bunch of fumble recoveries. We had 1 safety on the season, but no touchdowns. No defensive touchdowns, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it for episode number 3. We officially went with Bowling Green. If you guys did like the video, leave a like button down below. It really helps out the channel and lets you know when videos like this go live. If you guys did like the video, leave a like button down below. It really helps out. Really pushes, YouTube to push out the content. Pushes out the video. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button down below. It really is free. Really helps out the channel and lets you know when videos like this go live. As well as our 0 overall Dynasty. More than likely, the next episode of that will be the off season. So if you guys do want any players in those dynasties, write a comment on those videos and I can add you in. Same thing with our Ball State Dynasty. The next episode should be that as well. I believe we're getting close to being either in the college football playoff or playing our bowl game here very, very soon over there. So if you guys don't want to miss that episode, yeah, subscribe. So, yeah. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.